another video.
Yes, indeed.
This one is a little more deeper than our last few videos we've been doing. This one, we will be righting our wrongs. So this is a little story time that we will be giving y'all about a time that we was wrong. And so, this is our time to come clean about it, ladies. So I hope y'all ready. I hope y'all got y'all drink. If you tuning in, get your wine, get your drink ready, whatever you have, and stay tuned. Tune in.
I'm nervous, y'all. Like, I don't know if y'all nervous, but I'm nervous.
You nervous? Yeah. And
Yes.
just do, totally just be comfortable. Don't feel like you gotta hold back or do what you're most comfortable with, okay? Like, don't feel like you gotta do more than what it is. Just do whatever you feel.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I guess y'all want me to go first, I'm guessing. So y'all know.
Yes, Mia, go first.
Okay. Whew. Let me take a little drink before I get started.
I'll take the drink with you, girl. Hold on.
Tiante, take a drink with me.
Fuck, I'm already fucked.
I don't care. I don't care. Get that
I love it
drink.
here.
Get that drink
I love
ready.
it here. I love it here. Everybody be catching a little attitude.
Every time somebody getting ready to tell their story, we gonna take the drink with you. So that's
Oh,
what
yep,
we do.
for sure.
Okay. So,
Okay, Tiante, but you be deep throating.
bro, baby.
So, baby.
Okay. So,
Ooh.
my heart beating like it's only like that because you never know who's tuning in. So let me just calm down, get myself together. So I'll be, talking about this one time I was, talking with this guy, and we was just at the talking stage. We never officially like dated, but we would go out to certain places, but we never got to the point where he would ask me to be his girlfriend. So I just say was at the talking stage. This was um I was in college, but I was back and forth from college to home, and I was at home at this time. So I was at home, and this guy, he reached out to me. I went to high school with him too, and he was a really sweet guy, dark skin. He had dreads. He was just really sweet. You know what I mean? Like, just sweet. And he reached out to me. We linked up, and he took me on this date. I don't remember exactly where we went. I want to say it was
Mhm.
either the movies or we went out to eat. It was somewhere. And I just want to say he was really sweet. Like, I never had to take out my wallet for nothing. Like, he never made me pay. Like, this dude never made me question if I had to pay. When we would go out, I knew I was good. I knew I was taken care of or whatever. So where it gets wrong at is me starting to like take advantage of that. Like, I did like him, don't get me wrong, I did like him. It was just I already knew it wasn't going nowhere because I was going to soon return back to school, college. So
Mhm.
it was just when I would come home, it was just something to do. Like, oh, like he gonna take me out. I already know if I hit up such and such, he gonna take me out, and I don't have to pay. Like, none of that. So that's where I was wrong because I took advantage of him in that sense, and I already knew in my mind that it wasn't going anywhere. He was so sweet, and now when I look back, of course he's moved on and whatnot, and stuff, but it's like, dang, like what if I wasn't like that? Like, what if I, didn't start taking advantage of him and really just took the time and was like, look, like, this is my situation. I'm back and forth from school to home. Like, do you wanna, keep pursuing me? If so, like maybe we could work on something and become official. That was my wrong because I just thought it was fun to just keep getting, pampered by this guy. Like I was just being pampered
Yeah.
at this point. So I do apologize for that because you were a really good guy and nobody deserves that. I wouldn't want to be treated like that. So,
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna drink
Well,
to
you know
that.
what? I'm gonna drink with you for that.
Damn, I might as well just hold this shit.
Hold it.
Mm-mm.
Y'all want to take another
Next time
time?
I
Okay.
gotta get drink because this wine ain't it.
All right. I'm gonna start my video. I mean my
Oh yeah, you gone, girl. We already in the video.
I'm gonna start my story. So
Drink some water.
we're gonna take a shot. I don't got no water. We're gonna take a
Okay,
shot
She
for
needs some milk.
my story.
Huh?
take a shot.
But take a little shot. Cause you drinking too much. Let me see how big that bottle is.
Damn, that's a big bottle.
Oh my God,
I drank some of this yesterday, so don't come for me.
Okay, that better be the case. She lying like hell.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm writing my wrongs on. Well, apparently it wasn't supposed to go down the way it went down. But my story is, so I'm laying in the bed, right? I'm watching me a movie, and I think I was watching
know.
Love and Basketball or something.
Okay.
I'm watching some love movie. I don't know if it was Love and Basketball or it might have been my favorite movie, Poetic Justice. But anyways,
Well, that's my favorite movie.
yeah. So when I go to before I go to sleep, I'm like, man, I wish I had I was in a relationship. I was like, God, please send me somebody that's for me. Like I was like, you know what? Just send me somebody that's in the church because you can't go wrong with a church guy. So
That's what they say, but yeah.
Yeah, that's what they say. About 3-4 weeks passed by, right? And it's my uncle. Well, our uncle passed away, and you know how okay, so at the church we was setting up. We were supposed to be setting up for where we eat at and stuff for the repast, and I'm bringing the stuff in, and my cousin pull up with this guy, with two guys. He pulled up with two guys, and I noticed the guy that's sitting in the front seat just kept looking. So I'm looking, I'm like, okay, I'm carrying the stuff in, and then my auntie was like, oh, now go get some stuff out of his car, out of my cousin's car, and she was like, oh, y'all gonna be done. I walked up to the car, me and him. I don't know if it was on purpose or it just happened. We grabbed the same we grabbed the same case of soda, and he was like, "Oh, I got it and stuff. You ain't gotta carry nothing." I was like, "I'm just trying to hurry up and go home. Like this is hurry up and get this out the way." So he started toting the stuff in, and he was just like, "Oh, you don't gotta carry nothing, but can you just walk with me while I'm carrying this stuff in?" And so we was talking and stuff, and he was just like, "Oh, yeah, I went to school with your cousin, and me and him is really tight." And he was just talking to me about stuff like that, just telling me what him and my cousin been through and stuff while I was going to school. So I'm listening. I'm like, okay. So I left. He was just like, oh, when I was leaving, he was just like, oh, can I get your number and we can talk and stuff? I was just like, oh no, because to me, to be honest, he wasn't my type. Like he wasn't my type. So I'm like, okay, I'm not giving him my number. I was like, no, I don't think that's a good idea. Like, so he was just like, all right, whatever. We leave and I give my cousin a hug, and I'm like, oh, okay, text me tomorrow and stuff. Like, what time we supposed to be lining up and stuff. So we go do the funeral. The whole time I'm looking over because I'm sitting like in the front. I'm looking over because I noticed he walked in kind of late. So he looking and I'm just looking over. And we just like kept looking at each other and stuff. So I'm like, if I'm not like attracted to this person, why am I keep looking at him? Like, why is we keep making eye contact? But I was like, okay, so we walk in and we leave out. He walked up to me. He was like, oh, sorry about your loss and stuff like that. And I'm like, yeah, that was messed up. That you asked me for my number yesterday. And I noticed when I woke up this morning, I had a text from you. And I could have sworn I didn't give you my number. So who did it? I'm like, okay. So my cousin gave him my number and didn't tell me. So I'm like, okay. I'm not gonna be rude or nothing. I'm just gonna talk to him. It's just a talk. So he just like, yeah, he like Tay, da, da, da. He just like kind of being worrisome at this point. It's like, I'm like, we had a funeral. Like, this is my uncle's funeral. We trying to pursue this. So I'm like, okay. At this,
is you righting your wrong or is you playing him?
I think in the beginning, it was like, okay, I'm about to judge him because he's keep trying to go on with this. So I'm like, okay, in the beginning, I was just like, I'm about to be a meal thought. I'm just about to meal thought his ass, and he gonna get tired of me bleeding the pockets, and he gonna pull off. That didn't happen. So we go in there and we eat. Right? Danielle was with me. He comes to my table.
Him and that one boy.
Yeah, him and his
that
friend.
One man. Sorry, not boy.
Yeah.
Him
and his friend come up to the table. As they sit, and it was like, oh, is anybody sitting there? And they just sat down, like they didn't even give us a chance to answer or nothing. We like, okay. So me and Danielle look at each other like,
this shit funny. Cause the old boy with the toupee had me rolling.
He has to go. Both of them had to be gone. But I'm like, okay, they sitting there and they were just like, oh, y'all going over to your auntie house after, and we gonna turn up over there. I'm like, yeah, we gonna go, but we don't know nothing about turning up. And he was just like, okay. And Danielle already said, I got somebody, I got a dude and stuff. This boy would not, he was just like, oh, I want to come.
I was being good.
Yeah, he said, we gonna go home and change. We trying to look good for y'all. We gonna go home and put on our good stuff. When they said they going home to put on their good stuff, they came, well, the person that was trying to talk to me came with the same stuff on. I'm like, okay. He just switched he just switched his shoes or something. But I'm like, okay. So when they pull up, I'm like, Danielle, they came. We run in the house and they walking up. When they come in the house, we ran from them the whole day until later at night. I think when I start filling my drinks, that's when I was like, I ain't running no more, whatever. And then I was talking to my uncle. Me and Danielle was talking to like one of my uncles, and he walked up to me and he was like, what he said? He said something like, oh, he said, you're so beautiful or some shit. He said some weird.
He was like, when I say he was so smooth, I'm telling you, I swear to God, this man was smooth as hell. Like somebody must have told him to say that. Cause he was just too smooth. He was telling her what he gonna do for her, all type of stuff in front of her uncle. Like no cap. And me and her uncle looking at each other like this nigga.
Okay. We're gonna continue this charade because this is some bull. Cause I'm already thinking like, Because at this time, I can honestly say like I liked this somebody else, but he already had somebody, and like I felt like he played with my feelings at that time. So I didn't give a flight shit about nobody at that point. So I'm like, okay, you gonna keep pursuing me, and the way I'm feeling, I'm like, all right, well, I'm just finna use. Basically, I'm like, I'm finna use his ass up. But make the long story short, we go on a couple of dates, right? And he bring his brother to do a double date. And his brother, I can tell his brother wasn't feeling me because he like, oh, what you gonna order? I was ordering the highest shit on the fucking menu, and they was ordering some they was ordering like some samplers or whatever. And I was just ordering the highest shit because I'm like, I want him to get the fuck on. And so his brother was like, wow. He was like, wow, so you always order this? I was like, no, I just want to try some stuff. And he was just like, well, what if you don't like it? I said, well, then if I don't like it, I'll just order something else. And he was like, oh, so he was like, oh. He was like, well, I was just thinking, I almost said his name, but he was like, oh, well, he was like, oh, well, my brother basically like only got like $50-something. I said, well, that's too bad. Like, I'm like, well, you gotta go see. And it was around the time.
She ain't shit.
This probably gonna give it away, but this was around the time when we had went to go see the Tupac movie.
Okay.
We had just came. We had to go see that. So after we ate at Applebee's, and I ordered hella drinks. I ordered so many drinks. I don't even think I was drinking them drinks. I was just testing them out, just to run that bill up so he can get on. But he asked his brother, can he pay for it? Because he didn't have enough money. So his brother was just looking at me like, bitch, like you ordered all this shit and I gotta pay for it. And his girlfriend didn't even order nothing. Oh well, shit. But we left there, we went to the movie, and they were just like, oh, it's supposed to be a couple of days, so we all should see the same movie. They had already seen the Tupac movie, so they said, oh, let's go see. They said something Fantastic Five, or they said some other movie, a little superhero movie. I was like, I don't want to see that. So me and Charles went our separate way. You know, in the movies, like he was trying to put his orb around me and stuff. I was like, it's hot in here. And he was like, it is not hot. Like he was like, it is not hot in here. It's real cold. I was like, I'm hot and stuff. Like, and I was like, and he was just like, oh, you want to get something and stuff from the bar, like from the little snack bar or whatever. I was like, no. We watched the movie, and it was like another couple on the side and stuff, and they just kept like kissing and hugging and doing all type of stuff and shit. And he was just looking, and then he would come over there, and I was just like, can you kind of scoot over, like you in my seat, like type shit. So he was just like, he was mad. The rest of the day he was just mad. So when we was leaving out, he was like, oh, you want to go like walk on the beach? Because we went to the movie theater that was like by a beach, by Long Beach. And he was like, you want to walk on the beach? I was like, no, I'm ready to go home. And he was just like, dang. So me and his brother was in the car, and they kind of like, him and his girlfriend kind of got in an argument because he was we running out of gas. We was gonna put some gas in the car. And then I'm looking like, and then she was just like, she can get the gas because I'm being like, I ain't like, we ain't went in our pockets all night. But like, usually I'll put gas in. But I was like, I ain't putting no gas in this motherfucking car. Like, you asked me out. Like, the fuck you think this is?
Yeah.
So,
yeah, that's
no, asking for gas and all that stuff.
Right, that's weird.
Yeah, he dropped me off, and then he was like, oh, so is you gonna walk her to the door? I was like, he don't need to walk me. I'm right here. And then his brother was bumping him like, do you need to walk her to the, like, no hugs, bye. I must text you later, like type. But eventually, like, I don't know, the more he kept coming around and the more like nice stuff he kept talking and stuff, he kind of like, I was just like, okay, like maybe he is a nice guy. But I just felt like the whole time I was in like such a like space liking somebody else's, I didn't give myself a chance to like him, even though he probably was a good guy, but he kept lying but it was just for the good reasons he was lying. He was lying because he didn't want to hurt my feelings or like stuff. He wasn't lying just to be lying, but he was just lying. Like I said, I wanted the iPhone. He said he got me an iPhone, but he fell asleep on the he said he fell asleep on the bus and somebody stole it type stuff. It was just stupid. It was just stupid stuff that just kept happening that just made me like, ugh, like. But I felt like he was a real nice guy. I just treated him like shit because that's the way that the other person was treating me, like basically.
Yep. I understand.
Okay.
So I'm gonna drink to that. I did him wrong, and like I wish him the best. Even though he kind of came back around, but I don't think I don't think we ever gonna talk again.
I need a little cup or something.
I can't wait till this is over because I can't do no more shots, baby.
Okay.
Okay, so it's my turn. All right, so come on, let's crack it off. Let's take a shot for me before I start talking.
Girl, we took a shot for you, didn't we?
That was for you. That was for you. Wow, that was for you, Tiante.
You get on my nerves, man.
I'm sensing up. Ooh, okay. So we got another story.
All right. So I feel like I did him so wrong because literally he didn't do nothing. Like he was dead ass like a sweet guy. So I was talking to this guy, whatever. Like when I say like he was the perfect nigga, like he used to call all the time. Like he used to just like he was about me. Like I feel like he was low key like obsessed. Like you get me?
Mm-hmm.
Like the first thing he did was talk to me in the morning. Like that was the first and the last thing he did. Like it was just like our communication was good. But the thing is he was too nice. You know, like when they too nice, like you said, like you take advantage. You get me? So I started taking advantage of him, like, and then I end up. He was so nice to the point where he became boring. So I basically told him like I needed space so I could go talk to other niggas.
Oh my gosh.
And that's what I did. Like I told him, I said, don't talk to me for a week. Like, he didn't do nothing to me. I started an argument just so I can get mad at him, just so I can tell him to not talk to me. So that's what I did. And I started talking to another guy, right? Whatever, mind you, nice guy. He's still like hitting me up every day, even though I told him not to. Like, so I started liking the other guy, and we gonna call the other guy Fuckboy. So Fuckboy, I don't know. I guess I liked him because he was hood. Like,
okay,
he was just that bad boy. You get me? So I really started liking him. So by the time that week was up, just from the simple conversations that me and Fuckboy used to have, and like how we met up, and we was just like, I don't know, it was a whole vibe. You get me? I thought it was a vibe. I blew nice guy off. Like I told him that basically, like I didn't want to be with him and whatever. And he wasn't even trying to like give up. Like I'm telling you, like I was telling him everything in the book to try to get rid of this nigga, and he was not letting up. And I had to basically lie to him and tell him that I lost my virginity to somebody else for him to stop talking to me.
Oh my God.
And that did it. Like he stopped talking to me. And once I said that, I say like he was hurt. Like he was hurt. He was crying. Like it was crazy. So I just want to say, like, I'm sorry because one, I lied to you because I didn't lose my virginity to, fuck boy. But now realizing, like, relationships deep, you get me? That you was really good to me, and I just like basically fucked you over for no reason.
Yeah.
So I apologize.
Let's drink to that.
Man, I don't want to drink to nobody else.
That's it.
Wow. Well, good
At
job.
the end of the comment below or hit us up in a DM if you want us to do another story time and name drop who we was talking about.
Of course they're gonna say yeah.
Exactly.
That's an automatic. They want us to name drop, but good job, ladies, for coming.
If you close to us, you should know who we talking about.
Yeah, like I said, if you have to ask me, that means you not close to me. You don't know me like that. So period. But
and let us know, DM us, and let us know if y'all want a dirty edition of a Q&A. Where we can get down and dirty and answer all y'all. Because y'all gave me some dirty questions. I just couldn't answer them in the video that we was doing.
Yes. And if y'all want us to elaborate.
If you want us to do a dirty edition, I will put the questions in the
And if you want us to elaborate, make sure you mention that. Like, try and make the question deep instead of on the surface where we can just answer yes or no.
Yes or no. So just elaborate, say why or who, because I felt like I was cheated, you guys, and I felt like I took the most shots because they didn't do no hard penalties, and we need to elaborate on these questions so they could drink because I'm not about to be the only one taking shots.
Okay. You weren't cheated, though. You weren't cheated.
We also linking up soon, too, so.
Yes, we are linking up to this play. I forget the name of it. Danielle, do you remember the name of that play? Whatever the place is, it is good.
It's a place. It's like a churro.
They make funnel cakes.
They make funnel cakes or something. We gonna be there,
and they put like whatever you want on this funnel.
Yeah,
cake,
we gonna link it. We gonna link up in the next 2 weeks.
Definitely.
So DM us
a little mukbang.
No, we ain't making all, and we gonna do some other stuff.
All right, y'all. Well, thank you for tuning in to our Right My Wrongs video.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll be back with another banger very soon. Actually, this coming week we should be back with something else for y'all to tune in. Please like, comment, subscribe,
and just to throw them under the bus. I be ready to make videos. It's just they be so busy. I don't be really busy at this time through the week.
Yeah,
so, them.
I'll be ready. Just let me know. And
yes, we can do another video.
Like I said, comment, subscribe. That's the most important thing that we would love for y'all to do if you haven't already. But thank you for tuning in. Bye, Trills.
Bye, Trills. Mwah.